Welcome to the SOAR platform. This tutorial will provide a step-by-step guide on how to use SOAR's public forecasting module. To get started, from the main SOAR dashboard, scroll down to Public Forecasts and select Access Forecasts. This will open the Public Forecasts page. On the left-hand sidebar, select one of the 4 diseases to forecast. For this demo, we will forecast weekly influenza hospitalizations across the United States. SOAR provides users with 3 viewing options. These include forecasts, model evaluation, and the projected annual peak week of influenza at the statewide or national level. SOAR uses a plot graph to demonstrate both historical hospitalization data and projected hospital admissions looking ahead. The model SOAR selects by default is the Flu Site Ensemble Forecast, which is from the CDC's Flu Site Initiative. The orange line represents a 4-week forecast, while the black line shows historical hospitalizations, also referred to as ground truth data. This view is currently aggregated at the national level, and the historical data comes from the CDC reporting stream. To compare the model to ground truth, select the Show Historical Forecasts option. This will display a pale line for comparison and analysis. Next, users have several options to customize their forecasts. For example, users can adjust the prediction interval from 50 to a 95% prediction interval rate, providing a smaller or larger range of likely forecast predictions. In addition, while forecasts are shown at the national level, users can easily select an individual state if you want to focus on a specific geographic area. Select a state of your choice from the location drop-down. For example, from Montana to New York, notice how both the historical trends and the forecast change. This feature reflects how disease patterns vary across states. Users may also select a state based on the interactive heat map, which provides a high-level, visual snapshot of forecasts across the country. The colors represent the forecasted burden of disease by state, based on the model or models you have selected. You can hover over any state to see additional details about the forecast for that location, which makes this a useful way to quickly compare regional patterns and identify areas of higher projected activity. To learn more about the source of each model, scroll down to the model library. Select the model of your choice and click the I button for more information. This will open a model card which will provide greater details on the model, such as data information and quality, model information and quality, and supportability. To read more details on the model criteria's rationale, select the See More buttons. Users can select up to 5 models to forecast at once for comparison and analysis. Once your models are selected, you may scroll up to view the forecast chart, which will be updated with color-coded forecasts of hospitalizations over time. In this example, the plot graph is displaying 5 models on flu-related hospitalization predictions in the state of Oregon for the month of April. To search for a specific model, users may use the Search Model bar to find a model by name or type and scroll down to alphabetically identify their model of choice. Select the Evaluation tab at the top of the forecast chart to evaluate the model's performance over time. Once you click Evaluation, another plot graph will appear that features the weighted interval score, also referred to as WIS. Select the Advanced Filters button to evaluate model performance by its coverage or WIS. This example is evaluating the model performance of 4 different models. Here you can see the different plot points that evaluate each model's performance. A higher WIS score indicates a greater difference between the forecast and the observed data, while a lower WIS score indicates better performance. Finally, I'll show you the peak week feature. Instead of forecasting the number of hospitalizations, This feature predicts which week is expected to have the highest number of cases, which varies by state. For example, in Oregon, there is a 100% chance that the peak flu week lands on February 7th for the year of 2026. This feature is particularly useful for planning around timing, not just magnitude. Thank you for your attention on public forecasts. Please proceed to the next video tutorial for an overview on model selection.